out there in VOD land if you're checking this out later. They were going to be playing the Colonel's Bequest. This is technically my second time through the game, because the first time I played this earlier in the week when I recorded this, I accidentally had no game audio. So we're playing it again, so y'all can actually hear it. And I realize I don't have my box copy, my physical map. I do own this game boxed, but I don't have it handy. So I just need to pull up the that's the wrong one. I need to pull up the copy protection for myself, because as you'll see in a minute, this does have copy protection. I did again. I keep accidentally opening the wrong side of the map, essentially. Why they're not just the same file, I don't know. But basically, as you'll see in a moment here, actually, let's just get it going so you can see. And hopefully this time here. If you can't hear music right now, please to let me know. Because there should be music going. But basically, this would have a physical map on the back of it. It just has a whole, like, you've ever seen those like kids' toys where you have to decode something with a red lens and it's just a bunch of red nonsense? Like, it looks like red static. It's that, and hidden all around the map are a bunch of fingerprints. I'm not going to show you guys the image at the moment because because it is still technically copy protection. But when you buy the game on something like GOG, I'm not sure if this is on Steam or not. If you buy this on something like GOG, they actually do give you a physical map, or they give you the map in one file and the fingerprints in the other without the copy protection nonsense around it. So I don't need the map, and I don't need the magnifying glass. Also, for some reason, I'm having a hard time. Oh no, I was gonna say I'm having a hard time figuring out whose fingerprint this is, but this is Dr. Fields. There we go. The curtain's about to go up. Please be seated. So the in-game framing treats this as a play, as you'll see in a moment. Here we go. We're going to say that we have not previously attended performance of the Colonel's Bequest, so we can see the intro. That was weird. Sorry, I just took a drink of water, and for some reason my captions interpreted that as "What's up, stranger?" I'm watching Phantom Words creep across the the thing. Maybe I'll do that again. Is it? What is that picking up? Like, is it picking up the music? Don't quiet too long. It just randomly starts putting words in. Anyway. So here's Jeeves, Selly, Fifi, the help for Colonel Jean. We have Rudy, we have Clarence, and now I don't remember the other one. I wasn't paying attention. Dr. W.C. Fields and Clarence Sparrow. Here's Lillian. Love the dress. And of course, Laura Bow. This is our actual playable character. Is a journalism student at Tulane University in this game. And I'm assuming it's her senior year, because in the next game she actually graduates. I have no idea what those weird phantom words are. Like if I'm too quiet, it just starts putting random nonsense in the chat box. That's a thing, I guess. I don't know why it's a thing, but it's a thing. Anyway, here's Lillian. Hey Laura, want to come with me this weekend to my Uncle Henri's estate? He's having a family reunion of some sort. You can keep me company. Oh no, I have some studying to do. Oh, come on, it'll be a scream. It's such a creepy old place, you might find it interesting. Alright, count me in. And then 2 nights later. We are ferried to his Bayou Swamp Islands. Bayou, not Bio. It was right and then it was wrong. Just remove the security update part of the title as well. No, I actually need to update this to 65. You did get a $5 donation on Friday. Alright. You've made it to Uncle Henri's estate. Also, we're here, Laura. Also just openly collide with the dock to stop. Totally not creepy. Well, what do you think? Looks interesting, alright. Also, welcome to Missy Acres. Well, wait until you meet the family. So we'll probably end up avoiding most of the random deaths, because I feel like there are points where you can just get grabbed. If they happen, they happen, but I'm not, you know, this won't be as much a death showcase as other games have done. Yes, just as I'm not familiar enough with it. Jeeves, don't you remember me? I'm Lillian. Oh, yes. Everyone else has already arrived. They're just sitting down for dinner. Please come in and join them. Also, I do like that the credits are here. And anyway, during dinner. I'm glad you're all here. I'm sure you're wondering why I sent for you. Again, I noticed this one is the mustache on Uncle Henri. As you know, I'm a very wealthy man. I've invested my money wisely and put away almost every dime. However, my end is near and I have decided to bequeath my millions to each of you sitting at the table. Except, of course, Lillian's friend Laura. Man, we didn't get an inheritance just by showing up. Anyway, as I've said, you're all inheriting my money and you'll inherit equally when I go. Once again, this is New Orleans. Imagine southern accents that I can't do. If any of you should die before I do, then your share will be distributed equally to the surviving parties. You should never have said that. Spoiler alert, you should never have said that. I'm tired, Fifi. Help me back to my room. Good night, all. So essentially, this is a will reading. But like a preemptive will reading, because he's still alive. Can you believe that? The old goat. I'm surprised he didn't try to take it with him. Such an old skinflint. I don't think you deserve any money. Speak for yourself. How much do you think he's got? Well, I know what I'm going to do with my share. Your share? I bet the old cadre outlives you. He says, still like the youngest person at the table, almost. I wonder how sick he is. You think he's going to go soon? I've had enough of this. Laura and I will retire to our room now. Lillian just wants nothing to do with the arguing. Here is the first appearance of the clock. This is the kind of the main meta of the game. Is that certain things happen at certain times, but there are also people we can run into and things that we'll do that will advance the time. If there's anything we missed from the previous time, that's just gone. That we cannot go back and redo. So, also we'll let the clock chime this time, and I'm probably going to be skipping it from here because we're going to go past 12 o'clock. So there's going to be at least an instance of, cool, let me just sit here and listen to 12 chimes, or I could not. Anyway, this is the guest room you share with Lillian. Though a bit tired looking, it seems comfortable enough. I do like that there's an automatic look every time you go into the room for the first time. Also, I'm not clicking the right window. Laura, dear, please excuse me. I'm going to go freshen up in the bathroom. Why don't you explore the estate a bit? I can't move yet. I'm not ready. Something doesn't feel right. Everybody's acting too strange, even Lillian. What would Daddy do in a situation like this? If that doesn't even look like the same guy from Lorabo 2. He's still brown-haired here, although kind of going gray, no mustache, much louder suit. Anyway, honey, if things don't feel right, then they probably aren't. Observe the situation closely, yet be unobtrusive. Explore your surroundings quietly and carefully. Try to question the others without raising suspicion. Notice small details, take lots of notes, and above all, be careful. Since you never go anywhere without your trusty notebook and pencil, you go to your suitcase, open it, and remove those two items. Yes, your father is right. Observing the situation and taking notes would be a good idea. Now we have control. Alright. Just gonna probably save over my saves from last time. Looks as if this might have been a nursery at one time. Now it's been converted into a makeshift guest room with Ethel as its current guest. Who is the drunk? Where's Lillian, Laura? I'd like to speak with her. She went to freshen up in the bathroom. She'll be right back. And, also, by the way, I am using a walkthrough, so this will be a little pointed, but also knowing that how many times you can stumble out of the thing you need to do, that's what we're going with. Alright. We're going to ask her about Rudy. You can ask pointed questions. My nephew tries to pass himself off as a gentleman, but he's nothing but a worthless gambler and a womanizer. Alright, that's all we need from Ethel for now. Also, if you'd like to check out second game, I did already play that one. Again, this is a re-recording. We did also play the second game. Certainly something. This is the back upstairs hallway of the mansion. Also, we don't actually have to type open door. You can just walk into it, which is a nice change. A modern bathroom has been installed in this old house. Hi, Laura. I'm feeling better now. That ride through the bayou had me plumb frazzled. Need to freshen up, too. I'll be done in just a bit. Just gonna... Alright. We can't use the toilet at the same time. Also, I'm gonna up the speed. Couple ticks. There we go. Alright, there goes Lillian. And we can do this. Let's use this. Well, do you think this is Leisure Suit Larry? Also, just, again, because we did this last time. You know, it makes fun of us for thinking this is Leisure Suit Larry by using the bathroom, but then we totally, we get undressed. They don't cut away. Anyway, we're gonna take a shower, and what is that? Literally just psycho. Definitely just get psychoed for taking a shower. And I'm not even sure who that's supposed to be. No one wears a hat with a feather in it. Like, that's a Like, he was almost wearing a King Graham hat. No, wash your hands. You don't actually have to do this, but... Alright, trash can's empty right now. Okay. Then, we're going to start doing some spying. Turns out, we can actually pull this closet. Or armoire, rather. But closet's quicker to type. That's one of, like, several point sounds in the game. There's more than one. Alright. We're actually going to look in the holes of a painting. And here's our first time advance. Now 7:15. Oh, mon ami, I find it difficult to refuse you. I'm so attracted to you. Well, I was quite a blade in my younger days. Oh la la, I can tell, Henri, I can tell. It has something for Colonel Dijon, apparently. Fifi, my dear, I do appreciate you, but you'd better leave now before we're noticed. Too bad, you're being noticed. If you say so, Henri. Au revoir, mon chéri. Well. Look through both sets of paintings, but there's nothing in Guardian Gloria's room right now, so... no reason to do so. Can I open this door, by the way? Oh no, there's somebody in the room. Now we close it again. I don't think we ever need to use those secret doors. I don't think that's ever a thing you need to do, but... anyway, this elegant room must be the Colonel's. You notice there's an elevator here. Colonel smokes a small, nasty-smelling cigar. At the moment, we're kind of just exploring, so... it doesn't appear this room has been used in a long time. However, it currently seems to be the guest room of Dr. W.C. Fields. Fields, not Fields. It's Dr. Fields' bag. Belongs to Dr. Fields. You leave it alone. Alright. Come into my room, young lady. I'm made alone. Yeah, he's not gonna confess to us. It's fine. Big deal. Instead, pull on this closet. Another hidden room. Spoiler, there are 4 of these. I thought I had. My apologies. Okay. Now I have these two. Lillian and I can't remember her name, but Harry doesn't deserve any Henri's money, blah blah blah. What are you gonna do about it, Mother? I can certainly talk to Henri about her and those 2 brats of hers. This is Ethel, I forgot for a second. You never change, do you, Mother? Again, she is clearly the drunk. Never mind, Lillian. You and I will never agree on anything. I think I missed the text box. I apologize. Trying to read the text boxes out. Okay. Alright, so that's the second secret passage. This is the front upstairs hallway of the plantation house. Grand staircase leads down to the lower level. I don't remember what this door does. Let me save again. What does this door even lead to? It's just an empty closet. Okay, it's just a door there to have a door there. This is the front downstairs hallway of the big house. A grand stairway leads upstairs. Also, should point out, this is a murder mystery game. You know, if you couldn't tell from the shower scene, there are quite a bit of death in this game, and it can get pretty gory. It will take a while to get the splinters out. I feel like this is one of the biggest FUs in this game. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Like, I died because I walked through the middle of the hallway. Because the game hadn't yet told me I couldn't. This is the back downstairs hallway of the big house. Double French doors lead out back. Alright, so since we found the other secret halls, probably one here. Found a small hidden room in the house. This time, 3. We're actually going to be looking through these. And I love the little darting eyes when you start looking through the painting. Now we have Clarence and we have Rudy. And we've advanced to 730. What a skinflint Uncle Henri is. Man, what I could do with his dough. How rich is he, darling? Don't know for sure, at least a couple mil. There's like 8 of you sharing this money. He's so rich, why doesn't he keep this place up better? It's such a dump. Probably hard to find help that will come out to the bayou. Old miser wouldn't part with a penny if he could help it. I wonder if Fifi's getting any of his money, though. I bet you're trying to, anyway. Why she practically hasn't wound around her little finger. Darling, it's disgusting. Alright, so they know about Fifi. They certainly know about Fifi. Speaking of disgusting, what are you going to do about Clarence? Oh, him. I decided to break up with Clarence. I have a new beau, a director no less. He's such a doll. Clarence isn't going to like it when you break it off. I don't trust him at all, the snake. Oh, darling, that reminds me. Remember that little medical problem I had? I don't trust Wilbur to keep it quiet. It could ruin my career if it got out. I've got to talk to him. You do that, dear sister. As for me, I'm going to retire to my room for a while. Kiss, kiss. Also, I don't think they ever come back to this medical issue thing. Like, I literally don't think they ever, like, readdress this. It's weird. Oh, I had saved, look out above for showing all the chandelier. Now we have this mirror. Can also pull. And this is the final secret passage with, you know, with paintings we can look through. Through these holes. And you have Clarence and Gertie. Just trying to keep the mouse out of the way. I've offered her a fair deal many times for her property along the river, but the old biddy won't sell. She's just going to force me into taking some sort of action. What could you possibly want with that swampy land anyway? It's no good for anybody. Little do you know, Gertie, my dear. Let's just say I happen to know his worth a great deal, and I have several rich potential investors who would back me up on any plan to develop it. Well, tell me. I've said too much already. You'll probably go and blab everything to Ethel. Of all the nerve. Well, if I were Ethel, I wouldn't sell you any land either. You're no better than a low-down snake in the grass. I don't know what my daughter sees in you. It turns out. My affair with Gloria is none of your business. Besides, she doesn't care what you think. Also, Clarence is a jerk, which is blowing smoke in her face. I get it's the 20s. It's 100 years ago. It's a different time, but still. You're trying to exploit my daughter, just like you try to exploit everyone else. Well, I've got the goods on you, mister. I know about your little racehorse scam. You don't watch your P's or Q's? I was going to tell everyone, or I'm going to ruin you or something. Right, lady? I've had enough of this. She leaves. Okay. We'll find out more about the racehorse scam. At least that pays off a little more. Okay. Finish our spy games for now. To avoid the center so we don't get squashed. Instead, we're going to stand in front of the old plantation house right by the front door. Real creepy and dark out here. You shiver at the thought of venturing outside alone. Perhaps you ought to go back inside. Except not. There's stuff we need to do here. This is the southwest corner of the mansion, right outside the billiard room. Also, the mansion has a billiard room. And there are little puddles everywhere. Standing at the northwest corner of the house, right outside the Colonel's study. You come across a ramshackle little playhouse. Hanging from a nearby tree, you see an old rope swing. Seeing these long-ago playthings makes you wonder about the children who used to live here. And also there's a squirrel. I think all it says is, like, you've managed to scare a squirrel. I've never done this before. Back in the grounds. Gingerly, you sit in the swing. Up. How embarrassing. We've managed to sit through the swing. I don't think that matters either way. It's just a thing that can happen. On the west corner of the island, you see an old dilapidated stable surrounded by an empty corral. We'll do that later. You've come upon an old, run-down carriage house. Old crates have been piled before one of the doors. For obvious reasons, it has not been used as a carriage house for some time. I didn't realize I was on the left. Southwest edge of the Bayou Island, the old road and fence have been overtaken by the rising swamp water. And no, you can't swim. You just sink into the swamp. I keep wanting to type open door every time. You hear through the gloom of the old carriage house. Parts of a decrepit carriage lie in the right corner, and a small rowboat named Minnow rests in the left corner. But one thing we can get is this oil can. I can type. Just look in the boat. Nothing of interest. Okay. For some reason the oars are over our head. Can't see any oars. Yeah, the parts of an old carriage in the right corner. I only typed look at it. In the carriage. Look inside the decrepit carriage and find a crowbar. Thinking it might come in handy, you pick it up and place it in your purse. Wait, that was the last game. You might come in handy, so you take it with you. Last game, anything you picked up, you pick it up and place it in your purse. Every time. Literally every time. So one thing I don't like with this walkthrough is it doesn't always tell you where what directions to go or where things are. At the end of the island, there's a small, quaint chapel. Behind it, you see an old family cemetery. You know, just saving to be cautious, it's a Sierra game. This is the old plantation chapel. Above the pulpit, you see a beautiful stained glass window. Oh, momentarily startled when a floorboard sags slightly as you step upon it. Well, if it's sagging, maybe it can come loose. The floorboard has been pried open, exposing a small niche in the chapel floor. Okay, let me take that one step forward. Inside the niche, you see an old leather-bound Bible. After removing the brittle old Bible from the opening in the floorboards, you carefully open it. Written inside the front cover, you see Francis Pierre Coutan, born 1787, passed away 1832, married Claudette Marie Torts, 1815. Claudette Marie, born in 1796, passed away in 1856. So this is all well before the game takes place. We're in 25. So Thomas Simon was 1816. Claude Francois was 1819. Thomas wed Frances O'Neill, married Francis Crouton, born in 1827. They had a child who died a year, within his first year. They had a second child, Sarah Marie, It was born in 1854. So this is probably their family Bible. On further searching through the old Bible, you notice a strange notation on the last page. It says, Sarah, our end is near. The bell will ring solemnly on our final night, and then will sound no more. Sir Lancelot will forever salute us. Do not weep for us, my child. We will watch over you. We love you. Do not ever forget. Mama. Obviously, they were probably leaving some stuff for the family. With a sad heart, you tenderly close the fragile Bible and reverently place it back in its hiding place under the chapel's floorboards. Okay. That's all we need in the chapel. It's just kind of starts giving us some ideas of what's. Did I open this door? I can't remember. I don't think I ever have to, but I can't remember if I need to, or if I can, I should say. Oh, I can't. Oh, it just leaves me at the back. Fair enough. You can see, oh, old family graveyard behind the little chapel. But among the various family graves and monuments, you notice 2 large tombs. So we do have the Crouton tomb here. We also have the Dijon family tomb. The Dijons clearly took over for you remember, just dedicated to a member of the Crouton family. I was hoping they'd have silly messages like in King's Quest 4. So obviously the Dijon family took it over from the Croutons after something happened to the Croutons. We don't really know yet. But right now we see a rusted iron bell at the top of an old bell tower. A rope dangles a short distance beneath the bell while a ladder runs up the tower's side. Behind a weathered fence, you also notice the remains of the old plantation's fields. Okay. Back to the playhouse, so now we're back to the house proper. Appears to be the Colonel's study, as a large desk dominates the room. Upon the desk, you notice a small glass case. At the back of the room, 2 large cabinets also hold your attention. Yeah, you feel better now that you're back in the house. It was scary out there. You look through the small glass case and notice a little silver derringer mounted upon a blue velvet backing. Small silver derringer is inside the glass case. I don't have the time for idle chit-chat. She's too busy cleaning the study. Not the Colonel. Yeah, fine. Also, apparently he was a game hunter. Don't do that. I did it again. So, cautiously, you peek inside the open door of the cabinet. Not surprisingly, part of the Colonel's weapons collection is housed there. In the cabinet, you see an Australian boomerang, a steel cutlass, a pearl-handled dagger, a mace, and an antique crossbow. The other, it's his rifle collection. Okay. That leads us to the library. Must be the library. You see many books of various and sundry topics displayed in the bookcases. Tucked into one wall, you notice an elevator shaft. So the elevator clearly goes this way. Would you like a drink? No, thank you. Ah, so you're Lillian's friend, is it? Or Laura, is it? You look very nice, Laura. Very nice indeed. Dirty old man. Right, moving on. The dining room. Looks like the Colonel has some class after all. Not what we're after. Aunt. We know the billiard room is on the left. This is the parlor of the old mansion. Against the back wall, you notice a sculpted marble bar, and in the corner, a parrot swings from its bird stand. What do you care about Colonel Dijon's broken down old nag? Nothing really. I just know whose horse he was. Okay, so he does have a horse. We'll see it later. I just wanted to see if he would say anything about the horse. See if tipping our hand was possible. Upon the countertop, you see a decanter of cognac. Would you like a drink? No, thank you as well. Okay. I'm gonna say for how though, because I can't remember what that was exactly. Okay, playing with fire, but save. We're gonna oil the arm of the suit of armor. Uh-oh. Got a splitting headache, Laura? Try it again. This time, the mask. I guess the... Nope. Open the mask. Carefully open the armor's visor and peek inside. You see a small metal valve handle hanging by a hook inside the armor's helmet. You grab the valve handle. You also see an old yellow note pasted to the inside of the helmet. Curious about the old note, you read it. It says, Our dearest daughter Sarah, we knew you would know to look in the armor. This war is terrible. We fear our end is near. In case you're not the only one to find this note, we won't give too much away. Use this valve handle with your favorite water nymph. Don't ever forget, we love you very much. So, guessing this was an escape plan or something similar for Sarah back in the day. But we got the valve handle, whatever that does for us. And we have the... And now we know to use it with a water nymph. Again, we don't know yet what that means, but we have those things. Alright, I'm going to save. I think... I thought there was a death... Oh, there it is. Watch out! I thought there was a death associated... Oh, there's Angel Laura. I thought there was a death associated with the railing, but I couldn't remember. Not a pretty sight. Alright, enough of that. What was Gertie's room? Oh. Ask me, I don't think she has any. That's not Gertie's room. Might be this one. No, this is Rudy and Clarence's room. Leave that alone. Rudy's a equally dirty man. Here we go. This is a cozy guest room, which Gloria and Gertie are sharing. I love this because of the way we're going to do this. It doesn't make sense. Alright, again, we're going to skip the clock. Gertrude Dijon is the Colonel's widowed sister-in-law. She's obviously behind the times, so she looks like she just stepped out of the gay 90s. A bit of a snob, she walks around with her nose up in the air and has an annoying habit of constantly playing with her many strands of pearls. Also, she's asleep. Alright, now as we step out, handkerchief on the floor. Apparently we can't take a closer look at it, at least not yet, so it's just a handkerchief. As we go back in, even though we were just here 30 seconds ago, something literally just happened in here. A small table is lying on its side near a wide open window. How? Who knows? This to me is, you know, obviously part of it is just the way we're playing, but like, you have to advance the act by coming in here and seeing Gertie, and somehow, in that swap of screens, somehow this happens. That cigar smoke you smell? Something happened in here? A small table is lying on its side near a wide open window. Is that cigar smoky? Sniff, sniff. It doesn't help. Could have opened the window, and why? Small table has been knocked over, spilling a potted plant on the floor. Here's a small table has been knocked over with the potted plant it supported lying crumpled on the floor. I guess it's just too close to the window. Nope. Someone's walking outside on the second story veranda. Who could it be? Also, who has that weird floppy cowboy hat? I don't know if that's ever fully explained. The hat, particularly. Ow. I got too close to the bum railing. And the wrong diagonal, I think. The best thing to do is probably going to be... Whoop. One important tool a good detective uses. Her dad used to be a detective. Besides asking questions of people, is to selectively reveal information to them and listen to their response. If you tell Gloria about Fifi, you may receive additional information about Fifi, or at least what Gloria thinks of her. And if you've found any items you're confused about or would like more information about, try showing it to the others. They may reveal more information about it to you. Thanks, Daddy. So, that's going to pop up every now and again to show items. Oh, we found the billiard room by mistake. Found the Colonel's billiard room. Funny, he doesn't seem the kind of guy who would enjoy playing billiards, listening to records on the Victrola, or the player piano. Curious about something. But yeah, I think that was how that was original. Not now, there's already music playing from a record on the Victrola. Also, she's just ashing her cigar or her cigarette on the floor. We're at the study. Nope. Now we're at 8:15. I can't go on with this any longer. I must tell him about Wyatt. Let's go in the house to continue this discussion. Oh, no privacy here either. Oh, and the figure is still walking around outside. Come on, let's go to the dining room. Oh, we know where the dining room is, so instead of following them in, you sneak. I'm not going to know how to type. Yeah, just not right. We've got to tell him about it. No, it'll work out, Wilbur. I've got some plans. How are you going to replace $100 grand we took from Henri? Where would you get that kind of money? I know people. I can do it. Just trust me. I do not trust you in any way. Why are we so stupid as to buy into a racehorse anyway? And to use Henri's money. We should have known better. It would have worked out, Wilbur, if that wasn't our fault that that damned horse broke his leg. All I can say, Clarence, is you'd better do something fast. Because if you don't, I'm fessing up. I actually think it might be the same horse. I'll handle it, Wilbur. Just don't be stupid and say something. I've got to go. Remember, don't say nothing. Alright, so... Wilbur and Clarence are the ones in on the racehorse thing, and they screwed up. Alright. Join them in the dining room. Aha! They're both gone. Well, fine. Old house has a nice big kitchen. Now, child. It ain't no use getting yourself upset. Things are having a way of working themselves out. Dang it. I don't want to do that. And the northeast corner of the house, right outside the kitchen. Beside the kitchen door, you can see a doghouse and a cellar door. Oh, come again. He got the dog food. And there's the dog. What's up, Beauregard? I can't move. Have to wait for Beauregard to lay back in the doghouse, I guess. Alright. Let me find Lillian, you see. Aha, leftover soup bone. As it might come in handy, you grab and take it with you. Alright. Now we get that good old Beauregard. Give him the bone. An old, like, hunting hound. Like a bloodhound or something. Turn to the dark interior of the doghouse and look around. What's this? Why, it looks like a necklace of small amethysts and quartz stones. Beauregard must have found it someplace and brought it here. You quickly grab it and take it with you. Hi, Laura. Having fun? It's a very pretty necklace. It's very much in our colors. My necklace. I was wondering where it got to. Well, Laura, thank you. So, yeah, it turns out it was her necklace. Now we've got it. Alright. Go do a little more snooping, see what else is happening around the house now that we've found a necklace for Sally. Okay. See what we're up to here. I hit up that time. Is this what I was supposed to look at? Oh no, I wasn't. Shoot. Doctor's alone reading a magazine. Okay. Let me just see if that can still... Can I still look at this? Sweet. Okay. Oh no, that just advanced to 9 o'clock. Oh, shoot. Whoops. Okay. Whoops. So I guess if I look in a set of holes and someone is there, it advances the time. Because theoretically we're spending the next 15 minutes just watching that person. So, we have to be careful because I think we probably would have missed something really important. So, that could have been really bad. Instead... Wait. What happens if I go too far this way? Anything? Nope. That's what you get for being such a snoop, Laura. I didn't know that one. Alright. Try again. There's nothing in any of those hallways. I just had never done that before. This is wrong, also. I think this is Wilbur. This is Clarence. You seem distant, babe. What's the matter? Well, darling, this is very difficult. I don't think it is. What's difficult? You and I want to end it. You joking or something? That's ridiculous. No, darling, I'm not joking. I'm a new beau. He's a director. Yeah, well, I have to think about this. No, thinking about it. You've been broken up with. See you around, sweetheart. You've been broken up with. There's no thinking about the fact that you have been broken up with. It's a pretty concrete situation that you're dealing with here. You don't have a girlfriend anymore. Okay. Accomplish this. little more exploring. Everything alright, Gloria? Oh, Sally, let's just get on to this game. Also, they're just playing billiards together, even after the breakup. Explain. I never actually turned the crank. I realized I was going to do the entertainer. Anyway, problems. Oh dear, it looks as if Gertie has accidentally fallen from her upstairs window and killed herself. Or was it an accident? Gertie's dead, alright. You quickly examine Gertie's body and see she died of a broken neck. You see no clues as to what might have happened. Okay. Because occasionally bodies will have something important on them. I wish we had the other cue ball. I don't know why you want another cue ball, but whatever. Alright, tell Glory about Gertie. Mother? Oh no, it can't be. You're very mean. There's nothing out there. Well, player piano against the wall. Special, okay. Is it, I'm assuming it does, but I just want to see, is it always just play the entertainer? I'm just curious. Oh, it doesn't. Ah, that's neat. Anyway. No, she's gone. Somehow. Oh yeah, Rudy's probably in his room. He's probably tired. That's cool that there are more than one song on the player piano. And avoiding that hot spot in the middle there. I think this was the room we want. Oh, yes it is. Leave me alone, you cad. Well. You know, Laura, you're a very attractive girl. Alright. Well, they literally just watched you get slapped for trying to grope another woman. Not happening. Let's try to sit a little closer. For those who don't know, I keep a an ottoman under the desk for times where I want to put my feet up, or if Jo wants to put her feet up. But you know, it's a normal computer chair, so oh, the kernel's gone. That's weird. But yeah, you know, if the wheel is straight on, I can't get too close to the computer because of the ottoman. It's a miniature replica of a cannon from the Spanish-American War, rendered in pewter and wood. You see a harnessed brass key hidden inside the barrel of the cannon. Remove the key from the barrel of the cannon and take it with you. Alright. Some more glancing around here. See what else we can find. There. Hello, the only clue you get about the chandelier being dangerous. I mean, it is a you know, a very pretty tinkling clue, but it is the only clue you get that the chandelier is actually dangerous. Also, can you hit this going up, or can you only hit it going down? That's very interesting. Is it just if I walk past a spot twice? Is it only... That's weird. It's like... It seems like it's only if I'm going down. Maybe they just didn't want to animate the sprite going the other way. Huh. Curious. So I guess we can walk up through the middle of the hallway with impunity, but we can't walk down, because... Weird. Maybe not in the right spot. Huh. That's bizarre. Sorry, don't mind me playing around with how the game works. This is the dining room. You get through the kitchen, or at least the quickest way is through the kitchen. Maybe your friend's hungry. She keeps coming in here. Just exploring the house. Also, you can hit F3. If you never played these before, you can hit F3 to repeat a text prompt. This must be the butler's room. Actually, it's not too bad considering it's down in the cellar. Eves and Hurdle's imposing butler. Though you find him somewhat good-looking, he nevertheless gives off a disconcerting feeling of secretiveness. You've noticed that Jeeves generally keeps to himself and seems to talk in little more than monosyllables. You wonder about him. A box of crackers is sitting on the nightstand next to Jeeves' bed. Mind if I have some crackers? Yeah, Jeeves if he can have the crackers. He nods his head in approval. While he's sleeping. But yep, we have crackers now. They're just crackers. It's pretty standard saltines, really. You always understand me, you know, Sally? I know, darling. You'll be alright. Let's check out the parlor, because... You know, Polly, you really understand me, don't you, huh? Ock, Polly, ock! Give a cracker to the parrot. Ah, gotta tell him. Tell him. Racehorse scam. Ock! So yeah, we can get hints from the parrot all game. There are points throughout the entire game where we can get clues from the parrot. Oh, dancing time. You're now officially in Act 3. Wilbur's still here, still looking at a book. He's some books on the table. Once again, magic! Something looks wrong here. A chair has been knocked over, and there are signs of a struggle on the floor. I don't have it. Was this the poker? Fireplace poker has been dropped on the library floor. There's a small pink feather scattered upon the floor. As you retrieve the fireplace poker, your eyes happen to fall upon some small pink feathers scattered upon the floor. Feathers perhaps from Clarence. Who knows? Read the name of the magazine. It's called the Racehorse Quarterly. Upon examining the open page, you see a beautiful thoroughbred named Sonny Boy. The name Sonny Boy has been circled in red. Maybe that was their racehorse. Considering it's a quarterly. I wonder how the small pink feathers got on the floor. They look like they may have come from a pillow or a feather boa. So yeah, perhaps that's her. That's their racehorse. And since it's a quarterly magazine, maybe they don't have the news yet that the racehorse broke its leg. By the way, there are like 8 acts in this game. Here you go. I just walked back to the same spot. She's after me. Ah, so afraid. She is. Okay. I do a little bit more reconnaissance. Perhaps we'll find a tawdry surprise. Secrets. Okay. Hanging out in chat, let me know what you're thinking of the game. Of course, if you were... Whoop! Move to a hand-out view, which is interesting. right? So the colonel is not as infirm as he would like his family to believe. Still a little bit, but not as bad. Still holding his back as he walks, but definitely not as bad as he makes it seem. Also, like how the dragging sound is just a drum roll. Right, I can screw it up. Ah, here we go. This cane. And sub-channel here. The stairs lead to a third level of the house. There's a doorway in front of you, and a room to the right. Door's locked from the other side. Oh, this must be Fifi's room. Although her room is in the attic, she has fixed it up nicely. Mademoiselle s'il vous plaît, please, I want to read my book. I can't spell, apparently. Looks like fine cognac. Also, looks like the decanter from the parlor, so she is taking it for her own enjoyment. Hey. Alright. Oh wait, SP2. It's a thing, or the walkthrough has the secret passages listed as different. It's just under like SP, so I have to remember which one is SP2 or SP4. Also, there's nothing of interest in the closets. They're just here to be pulled around, essentially. Act 3. My finger was not in the right place. There we go. Now it's 9:15. Who is this so-called director that Gloria's seeing now? Why, I ought to punch his lights out for getting between me and my gal. Gloria was never your gal. Just because she went out with you a couple times, you thought you owned her. Well, I got news for you, buddy. My sister doesn't need to settle for the likes of you. Matter of fact, you were nothing but a mere dalliance for her. Dalliance? Ha! But you're the one who can't make a commitment to anyone. You're just trying to sing Gloria down to your lousy level. You ain't good enough to kiss the ground she walks on. You're nothing but a low-class jerk. Quit butting in between me and Gloria. This is none of your business. I'll handle it the way I want, and I won't be asking your permission. I'm warning you, Jack. If I see you near my sister again, I'll cut you up in little pieces and feed it to the dog. You got it? And I love that he always looks right at the painting. He knows. I think Rudy knows that the secret passages are here, honestly. Because he always looks right at them. Alright. We actually have to go outside now, because we need to do a little exploring out there again. Back out we go. We're going to actually head this way. It's the southeast corner of the mansion, right outside the parlor. Save again. We're back to the basement door. We could have gone this way too, probably. But yeah, it might have been a little quicker, not sure. This is an odd-looking place. Seems to be a private little garden, completely surrounded by a large hedge. You wonder why. There's a poor but clean shack here at the edge of the old sugarcane fields. Nearby you see a small chicken coop. Nice to see you again, Miss Laura. Won't you come in? Well, this place looks quite cozy and comfortable. She's managed to make a home out of a little old shack. although her curtains are just falling to pieces. If you want, you can sit a spell and we'll visit. I want to thank you for bringing back my healing necklace. I've been feeling kind of poorly lately. I know you've never been here before, but you like a good story? Let me tell you an old tale around these parts. Long time ago, right before the Civil War, this place was a bustling sugarcane plantation. During the war, this place was ruined and the owners killed. They had a daughter, Sarah, who was away at school during all the trouble. Folks around here say that they hid the family jewels somewhere on this here property for her to someday find. She never did, though. Not long afterward, the poor girl died of a terrible fever. They say Sarah haunts the old graveyard like she's still looking for the missing treasure. Of course, it's just a story. Folks around here like to believe it. I ain't seen nothing. Except... Nah, it wasn't anything. You mighty careful walking around out here if I was you, Miss Laura. You like a nice, quiet girl, not at all like Miss Lillian. Kind of confused why you came all the way out here for Miss Lillian's family gathering. As far as I know, you're just a stranger here. Had a bad feeling tonight? Okay. After for a bit, we know about the family jewels now. To immediately come back in. Jesus, it's nice to meet you. Or nice to see you again. Won't you come in? Mind if I take this carrot off your hands? Before taking the carrot, you look at Sally for permission. She nods her approval. With that, you take the juicy-looking carrot for yourself. I know carrot juice is a thing. I don't think I've ever described a carrot as looking juicy. That's me. Alright. Out the back door, a garden path encircles a small statue, then continues on through a lovely rose arbor. You can kind of see in the text on the bottom, I am raising money for the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital through Extra Life. Nope. Ethel's a stylishly dressed, overly made-up older woman. Many years of hard drinking have taken her toll on her as her face is puffy and red and skin is wrinkled prematurely. She always seems to have a drink in her hand. I've never met her before, but Ethel is your friend Lillian's mother. So yeah, she just kind of wanders around, drunk. We have in here. Aha! Oh no, what's happened to Wilbur? Someone must have hit him over the head and killed him. Nervously, you look behind you, but there's no one there. Also, how'd they get him to come out of the chair so violently? And how they get him here with this much blood, but... Here's our second body. It appears as if Wilbur was fatally hit on the head with a blunt instrument. With trembling hands, you search Wilbur's body and confirm your suspicions that he died by a tremendous blow to the head. What's this? Why is Wilbur's monocle? Thinking it might come in handy, you take it with you. You examine the entire fireplace poker with the monocle. Uh-oh, there are traces of blood on it. Oh, I misspelled monocle. Carefully examine the white handkerchief using Wilbur's monocle, much like a magnifying glass. Why, what's this? You see a small EP in one corner of the white lace trim. So maybe Ethel? Well, I feel like Ethel was probably too drunk to kill anyone, let alone Gertie. She's already hammered. Okay. Also, the body's gone. For some reason the bodies keep disappearing around here. There's only one stall in this old stable. As there is an old, broken-down nag in the stall, you deduce this must be Blaze. Though not the racehorse. Actually. let's first open the gate. Fine, right? Nope, we're a dead ringer. Said, you hold the carrot in front of Blaze's nose, who begins to cautiously sniff at it. He then gently takes it into his mouth and eats it. He looks at you and whinnies softly, as if in friendship. Aw, you can pet the horse. You gently stroke Blaze's soft nose. He seems to like that. It's good, or Blaze is good. He's gonna stay here now that we're friends. I do like that sound effect for the horse. I'm glad y'all can hear it. Alright. Sound effects are pretty good, let's say. I don't know why we come out of this on the left side, but yeah, whatever. Standing at the west of the circular gravel driveway leading to the old plantation house. Alright, wasn't where we wanted to be, but come by here, because I was hoping to get to Bell Tower, and now we're here. Probably should have gone right from the barn. I just went the wrong way. Well. Playing the rusting bell may have loosened it. Like there are things like the ladder, again the door, that we just have to walk to and they activate. Reaching up with the cane, you hook it into the bull and give it a mighty tug, and then we die. Where did I save? Right here, cool. I thought I had, but I couldn't remember. Alright. Pull on the short iron ring, give it a pull. Look out, it's falling! Oh, that was close. What's that attached to the bell? Some sort of old metal crank. Okay, thinking it might be useful, you move the crank from the bell and take it with you. Here. Hey. Let's, you're inside a leaky old playhouse. Bring us to 9:30. Then he said, drunk. Alright. This should be... Huh? What are you doing here, Laura? I'm kind of busy right now. I have to finish the story. Hush, Laura, you're interrupting us. She is just absorbed into talking to her dolls. Maybe it's a coping mechanism. I don't know. Maybe she's got some things she needs to work out right now. And there was still someone stalking outside the room. Stalking. Oh, we gotta go to Fifi's room, actually, so... Tempting fate. Sorry about that, I needed to sneeze. Always fun that panic moment of, did I mute the mic? Is the mic muted? The mic's muted? Cool. Now I can sneeze. Let's see what Fifi's up to. Ah, looks like she's being accosted again. Grab again. Stop it, please. Get out of my room now. Your hero responds with, "You'll regret that, you little woman." Bitch. Rude. Alright, well. Take a nap. It's fine. You take your nap. I'm not going to bother you anymore. At least not, you know, for now. I will probably bother you again later. Oh, wait. Hold on. I don't think the elevator's here. Sure isn't. Really got the shaft this time. All the elevator? Really don't see an elevator, just an elevator shaft. Okay, so I don't think we have a way to call the elevator, so also weird that they had a sprite for that Squash Laura, but not Squash Laura falling off the staircase. I had a feeling that was going to happen that way, but I just want. Okay. In the basement, or is it all the way up in the attic? Heck, it's the elevator. It might be weird. It's in the attic. I guess we'll go up and look again because we're supposed to take the elevator, but it doesn't appear to be here. Also, it doesn't go to the basement, which is interesting. How the heck does? Well, I mean, I guess we know because he actually can walk, but like, theory, how the heck would Uncle Henri get to the basement? Um. Hmm. This is weird. I've done everything the way the walkthrough says to do it, but the elevator is not where it should be. Curious. Hmm. Unfortunately, we can't get to where the third floor where the elevator gets to. So I don't know if I need to advance the game and then come back, or I don't think there's a way to call the elevator. Fortunately, I think it's only controlled inside. Oh, there we go. Oh, it opened on its own. Cool. It's odd to see a newfangled elevator in this old-fashioned house. And how else would the colonel get up or down the stairs? You firmly push the handle, but the darn elevator won't move. Even though you know where it is, you can't see it. Okay. Whatever. Faint click is heard as you turn the key on the lock. I don't know what it's trying to do, but yeah, we found the attic, and this is the door we can't get to normally. What a dark and creepy attic. It helps have the moonlight shining in through those big windows. Amongst all the junk, a stack of old newspapers catches your eye. It seems to be an old stack of 1890s editions of the Times Democrat. As you look through them, an October 18th, 1898 catches your interest. You begin reading. New Orleans, Louisiana. Colonel Henri Dijon came home today after spending several months in the hospital following injuries in the recent Spanish-American War. Colonel Dijon took several bullets to his pelvic and shoulder areas as he attempted to carry a seriously injured fellow soldier to safety. Incredibly, though injured himself, he managed to make it safely behind American lines. Colonel Dijon was duly decorated and discharged with honor by the U.S. Army. New Orleans welcomes home a true American war hero. Is that why the Colonel's in a wheelchair, you wonder? It is dark back here in the attic. The moonlight from the large windows doesn't light this part of the attic very well. Through the gloom, you can see piles of uninteresting boxes and old junk. However, there is an old trunk that does interest you. Peering into the open trunk, you see old army clothing and various paraphernalia. This must be where the Colonel keeps his old army gear. Lying on top of everything else, you notice a large officer's cape, a pair of leather gloves, a colonel's hat, and an old pair of army boots. So all of his old army gear. Can you close the trunk? These are broken. It'd be difficult to close it. Okay, I guess not. Also, we can't leave the way you'd think we would, so instead we're gonna go down. And again, because it's what we need to get to is this way, so. Okay. We're now in Act 4. Glorious Swan Song. The beautiful platinum blonde is the Colonel's other niece and Gertie's daughter. She seems so glamorous with her long feather boa, stunning jewels, and lovely gown. You've been told that she's a successful actress in Hollywood, though you've never heard of her. Alright, well. Looks suspicious here. You can see pieces of a broken record on the floor by the Victrola and a small pink pile of pink feathers near it. You gotta be kinda quick this time, because Jeeves cleans anything. Muddy spot looks like a partial footprint. As you bend down to retrieve the largest piece of the broken record, you notice some spots of mud on the rug. Squinting into the monocle, you carefully examine the piece of broken record. Closely situated to each other, you notice two different fingerprints. So probably, whoever grabbed it. A small pile of pink feathers looks terribly suspicious. Could they have come from Gloria's feather boa? Okay, so Gloria is probably in danger somewhere. Well, who knows? But in a hot minute since we've done this. Also, unlike the second game, that statue is not secretly a person. Give a cracker to the parrot. Ock, I'll teach her. Ock, she can't break up with me. Okay. So from there... Oh, okay. I gotta find something. Here. Not here. It's fine. Big deal. Right here. Aha! Someone dropped an old cigar butt on the floor. And over and pick up the small cigar butt. Since we got new evidence, we're going to examine it. Examine it with the monocle, but don't see anything interesting. It's faint aroma of perfume. Interesting. Someone at least was close enough with that cigar to have gotten perfume on it. Also, this is probably Probably Henri's cigar. The only one I can think of was smoking a big cigar like that. So G's hasn't been. Oh, there he is, and there go the feathers. They've been, carpet swept away. What an interesting collection of weapons Uncle Henri has. I wonder. Oh, Laura, you startled me. Hell. Yeah, there, Laura. Those weapons belong to my uncle. Actually, not letting us look in. Anyway. Oh, there goes Rudy. I think this is the one that tripped me up the most, because if you find certain people, or if you go to a specific screen here, it will screw you up. Right, she left when she walked us watch outside. Oh no, we got the boomerang, the cutlass, the dagger, the mace, and the crossbow. Everything is still here. So, at least no one took anything yet? Or, at this point, at least nothing has been taken away. Okay. What a wonderful view of the old plantation house. From here, you can almost imagine what it must have been like during its glory days. Yep, well. Yeah, we'll go across the front of the house here. Sitting at the east side of the circular gravel driveway leading to the old plantation house. Uh-oh. Quaint gazebo looks like it was once a nice spot for quiet reflecting. Looking north to see some tall hedges, and also... What's this? Gloria is lying very still upon the gazebo floor. A closer inspection is clear that someone has strangled Gloria with her own feather boa. Also, she does not get X's for eyes. Hey, Lemon Square, how's it going? Her as well. Nervously, you examine Gloria's body and confirm she was strangled and indeed viciously, Nervously, you examine Gloria's body and confirm that she was indeed viciously strangled with her own feather boa. And you don't find anything on her. Just fine. Doing alright. Kind of had a rough stream on Friday, but doing alright. Also, we're re-recording this because the first time I played it, y'all didn't hear the game audio. So, re-recording it with game audio so you get the complete experience this time around. I didn't want to leave a half-done video, essentially. Preserved on the channel. So we're re-recording this one. I'll highlight this out, and then you'll have a full experience to watch later if you feel like it. Or possibly watching now if you are watching the VOD. You're walking along the south edge of the Bayou Island. An old road runs alongside the old plantation's front wrought iron fence. From here, you can see the east edge of the main circular driveway. You're standing at the south edge of the Bayou Island, looking towards a great old plantation house. An old road runs alongside the plantation's front wrought iron fence. Also, normally this descriptions you'd have to type "look" to unlock. Instead, you just kind of get them. Ah, 10:45. Not my sight, jerk. No, you get out of my sight. Why, you? Little pipsqueak? He punches him down. Don't mess with me, bud. Just stay out of my way. You ain't heard the last of me, Rudy. I'll get you for this. Frump. And then I just assume he's flipping him off at the end there, behind his back. Also, Lemon, as you can see, we have captions right baked into the stream now. All right. You actually don't have to type open door. They just open on their own. Ah, whoa. They've thrown all their things. Well. Seems like the help are quite enjoying each other's company. Alright. Act 5. Wonderful little garden. You wonder who planted it. Certainly not the Colonel. I think I either need to find drunk Ethel or I need to find her body. Spoilers. We're going to try a couple places, see if we can advance the time. What's this game about? So we are Laura Bow. This is us. A journalism student in Tulane. Our friend Lillian asked us to accompany her to her Uncle Henri's, like a family gathering. I don't know why she invited us, but she did. Uncle Henri has told the entire extended family that he invited that he's sick, he doesn't know how much longer he has to live, and as such he's going to bequeath his considerable fortune to everyone. And should someone die before he does, that person's share will be equally distributed among everyone else. Which was a terrible thing to say because all of a sudden, bodies are dropping everywhere. And, you know, everyone has their own little... Oh, there she is. Everyone has their own little, you know, side stories here and there. That's... Okay. I don't know what extra chime was. That was annoying. But everyone has their own little things. Like, a couple people had stolen some money from Henri to buy a racehorse. The racehorse broke its leg. So they're potentially in hot water should he find out. We had a breakup between a couple people. At least one of them is dead at this point. You know, little side things. Rudy is basically trying to get with any young female he can. Which, if he really is just Fifi, and he will openly flirt with us as well. Since we're also not family, he keeps trying to have, you know, sleep with the maid who's in a relationship with the old colonel, but also with the butler. You know, typical super complicated murder mystery thing. But so far, Gertie, one of Lillian's aunt has passed away. One of the colonel's confidants, Dr. W.C. Fields, has passed away. And by passed away, I mean murdered. I have to try and remember everyone who has died at this point. Gertie's dead. Wilbur is dead. We just saw Gloria's body. She's gone. Okay, alright. And now we're in Act 5. Like I said, I think this is 8 acts, if I recall correctly. We're safe, right? This is the wrong house. Oh, wait. There's a rolling pin lying on the ground. Pick up the rolling pin, you notice a muddy footprint nearby. Also, we got a monocle off of the doctor. We're using that. Hello? Using Wilbur's monocle as a magnifying glass, you carefully examine the muddy impression and see there's definitely a boot print. Aha! There on the sole is an insignia of an eagle. It's kind of someone trying to keep the inheritance to themselves, possibly, or just trying to get people out of the way. But it's very much, at this point, a whodunit. Who is sneaking around and starting to bump people off one by one? Also, how safe are we as not a member of the family and also specifically listed as not someone getting the inheritance? Scrutinize the entire rolling pin with Wilbur's monocle. Aha! We discovered traces of blood on it. Alright, so this rolling pin, someone must have gotten it from the kitchen, and has used it as a bludgeoning object, but against who? Who knows, because we have not actually found anyone who fits the bill yet. Also, I'm saving because if time advances, then we need to go back. So we're also kind of trying to make sure we don't see anyone else. Oh, I think the main advance is actually in the house, so we should be fine. I just want to be sure that we don't accidentally miss something. Because as you'll see, and as you probably saw when we shifted to Act 5, once time advances, certain events we can't go back to. Nope. It's going to tickle my throat, so I'm trying to hydrate. Plenty. This is dreadful. Poor Ethel has been hit over the head and killed. Something terrible is going on around here, and you suddenly feel a cold fear spreading ominously throughout your body. Looks like Ethel was hit fatally on the head with a heavy, blunt instrument. Search the body again. You fearfully search Ethel's body and find that she was indeed killed by a terrible hit on the head. Okay. So, now Ethel, Lillian's mother, is dead. I'm trying to remember exactly. But now both of the old ladies have passed away. Along with Clarence. Not Clarence. Gloria. And Wilbur. This is a weird intercut. I don't know why we need to see this. Like... just a very, like... That's a very Leisure Suit Larry cutaway. I mean, Leisure Suit Larry would not have had the doors blocking him, but this is a very Leisure Suit Larry cutaway. He's a Colonel's pretty French maid. He surmises that she's probably very apt in her duties, whatever they might be. Fifi is young, blonde, and sexy. Although she seems to have a vivacious personality, you can sense a certain cunning underneath it all. You should not be in here, mademoiselle. This is my private room. Can I? I've never tried this. I totally just can. She has an old armoire in the back corner of her room. I'm sure the game will yell at me for trying to, like, take her clothes. We're not even going to try it. I just didn't realize it would actually let us in there. I don't know if there's anything you can do with that, either. It's just kind of there. Just a thing we can technically do. I'm surprised that Fifi didn't yell at us for trying, honestly. Yeah, so, like, I don't know if I would have actually found Ethel's body had I come in here first. That's a big cigar. Anyway, we could use another hint. Give the cracker to the parrot. Jeeves, kiss me again. Ah! Alright, so that's Jeeves and Fifi were in here at some point. He has picks himself a snack, and also we've advanced the time. Ah, Laura, you still up? Being so quiet around here. Everybody must have gone to bed. Sally's a good cook. Hey, you want to join me? If you're not hungry, you politely decline. Alright, well. We're not hungry, so we're just gonna move on. Okay. Dang it, here comes another one. Sorry. Sorry, I've been seeing like crazy lately. Ah, feels good though. It feels good to just get a sneeze out. Still not typing the right place. Here we go. We're at 11:45. Act 5 is, or Act 6? We're at Act 6 already? Goodness. Oh no, Act 5, I'm sorry. Act 5 is flying though. Why are you treating me this way, Uncle Henri? Don't you care how I feel? Don't I matter to you anymore? Lillian's pissed, I guess. You matter to me the same way everyone else does. No more and no less. I don't understand it. I thought I was special. How about you cared for me more than Gloria or Rudy or any of the others? Lillian, for some reason, thinks she's special. You're right. You thought that. You're wrong. What about when I used to come and visit you? You were like a father to me. How can you be like this now? I'm afraid you misunderstood a lot of things, Lillian. I was just trying to help my sister, that's all. Me, you were just her insecure, whiny kid. Rude. I won't hear any more of this. You're lying to me, Uncle Henri. Somebody's behind this, I just know it. I intend to find out who it is. Au revoir, Uncle Henri. Lillian also looks directly at the painting, so she knows as well that there was something there. It was a faint aroma of perfume, confirming our suspicions. That absolutely 100% she knows. Alright, well, Fifi's getting dressed up. We know Fifi and Jeeves are a thing. Wonder if we can put those two together. No. Also, play with this again, just for fun. Yeah, you can't trip this, apparently, from underneath. So weird. Huh. Yeah, so if you're playing this game, don't walk through the middle of this hallway from the top. From the bottom seems to be okay. It is weird. And Jeeves lives in the basement. Seems weird that it's like one help lives in the attic, one lives in the basement, and one lives in a shack outside. Well. Not you again. This bow is highly inappropriate. Can't you see I'm busy? Please give me my privacy, Miss Bow. And then he just ignores us. Aw, he's noticed a lovely bouquet of flowers on Jeeves' bed. You have a feeling you know who will be the recipient of these flowers. Well, hopefully that they are happy with each other. He's still here eating. Vigorous chewing, also because this is 16 colors. You can kind of see, and I didn't want to reduce the dithering. Oh yeah, it's Fifi, for sure. It's the maid. I didn't want to get rid of the dithering because this is 16 colors, so you can see how they faked other colors with alternating squares, so this purple's a little darker because because you have magenta and black alternating squares. The floorboard's over a little grayer with gray squares. Plus, I just like this look over smoothing it out. That's also because this is what I grew up with. I'd love to have an older computer with a CRT if I could capture off that and then stream on this one. That would be my ideal setup. At least for these older games, if I could just have both going. Also, Colonel's wheelchair sits empty in the middle of the room, which is weird because we have seen the Colonel walking up and about, but not everybody knows that, so it's weird that he's not here. Maybe he went to the bathroom. Weird that we'd walk in, but nope, didn't go to the bathroom. You see a waste paper basket near the sink. An empty bottle has been thrown into the wastebasket. Read the small print of the sleeping powder bottle through the monocle. Also, this is a sleeping powder bottle because we didn't look at it first. It says, can be fatal if taken in too large a dose. Uh-oh. Also, it's all gone, so definitely uh-oh. Let's just hope that nothing has happened. God damn it. How did they fall like that? how did they weave their legs together in such a fashion? What is happening around here? We discovered poor Fifi and Jeeves lying dead on the floor with their spilled drinks nearby. You don't like the looks of this at all. Also, yeah, there's the flowers. Lovely bouquet of flowers lays on the table next to the cognac decanter. You thoroughly examined Jeeves and Fifi's bodies, but you cannot see how they might have died. You're very puzzled. Strange white powder is collected in the bottom of the cognac decanter. No, nothing to do with the cognac. Alright, I wasn't sure if it would let me do it or not. Lift the Victrola's needle from the revolving record. I honestly didn't know if it was going to let us do that. Alright, well. They're also gone, so I should have saved over Act 6, not that one. Okay, well. Find any more hints? Spy on anybody else. Nope. And there's Lillian. 12:15. Lillian is writing in a book, which she apparently keeps locked in her suitcase. Also, they may have known that we were here, because we know that she knows about this. Oh no, is somebody in the room? Oh, what? One of the few times where you actually have to look at both sets of holes. I forgot. My goodness, I can't type today. I keep playing these parser games when I can't type. Alright, now it's 12:30 already. Clarence is writing at his desk. Although what he's writing, not sure. Nope. Nope, Lily is still there. Okay. Right. Left glass here, so. Up the glass, you use Wilbur's monocle as magnifying glass, and will notice a faint fingerprint. So, seems like whoever touched the record may have also touched this glass. Maybe, possibly. And, of course, cracker to the parrot. Ock, I can't find her. Ock, where's Gloria? Someone's looking for Gloria. Oh. Uh, that glass cabinet is wide open. Not just the peek inside the open door of the cabinet. Part of the Colonel's weapons collection, you see a boomerang, a cutlass, a mace, and an antique crossbow. But we don't see a pearl-handled dagger. I have my suspicions on who might have that dagger now, but we are currently missing the dagger. Valmon, that's the wrong game. Oh. I don't blame you, Rudy. He's already petting the dog. Alright, fine. Guessing the eagle might have been the Colonel's boots, possibly. The muddy footprint we found near the near the rolling pin on Ethel's murder. Also, some of these are a couple places we could find them. Nope, and now we're in Act 7. The further we get into the game, the quicker it moves. Matter of fact, if I'm looking at the walkthrough, I can see the end of the game. Also, skip the thing. What are you doing here, girl? Can't you feel the evil in the air? There's something real bad around here, and I'm saying put in my cabin behind locked doors. You get yourself on back to your room, you hear? Okay, well, not helpful. Alrighty. I mean, I don't think he'll do anything, but avoiding Rudy. Don't want to deal with him. And god damn it, while we were away. Uh-oh, someone's broken the glass case and took the silver derringer. It's gone. Well, shoot. That's a gun. Oh, really? I mean, what's the best we can defend ourselves with right now? The, think something paranormal is murdering all these people? Absolutely not. I think it's something very explainable. Wonder if it triggers the second one after the first one. Like, if I get one thing wrong, it triggers the other one to be right. Yes, goddammit. This is horrendous. Now is Clarence. Someone has killed him by stabbing him in the chest with a dagger, going their way to flee this terrible island. Yeah, well. I think I might have forgotten a thing, but I might lose a sleuth point or something. This is horrendous. Yeah. I read this already. So we'll search the body. Shaking terribly, you search Clarence's body and establish that he did indeed die by a stab wound to the chest. Upon further searching, you discover a pack of matches in Clarence's coat pocket. Thinking it might come in handy, you take it with you. Let's look at the dagger. Pearl-handled dagger is stuck in Clarence's chest, so there's the dagger that was missing from the weapons closet. We found it again. Well, not a lot we can do there. But meddling in my attorney's affairs. Well, yours here is getting very tiresome. Out of here. You think I'm going to fall for that? Alright, he doesn't believe any of our stories. Even though we're literally telling him, yeah, they're all dead. Okay. There's a diary lying atop Lillian's clothes. Oh, I close it again. Upon opening the diary, you casually notice an ink-stained fingerprint inside the front cover. Curiously and a bit guiltily, you scan through the rest of the diary's pages. Nothing much captures your interest until you come to the latest entry. It reads, also, it's probably why her fingerprints are getting on everything, because she's got an ink on her fingers from the diary. May 27th. That's today. Dear diary, I'm so terribly upset. I can't believe Uncle Henri would do this to me. I thought I was like a daughter to him, and now I find out I'm no more important than any of those other creeps. They can't get away with it, you know? They just can't. Between you and me, diary, you know they have to go. Because of what they all did to me. I know they were all in it together to have me put away in the nut house. I was never crazy. They just wanted me out of the picture. Now they have to. Ah, that's it. Passage ends abruptly. What could Lily mean by all this? On opening the diary, you see a small inky fingerprint inside the front cover. You examine it more closely with Wilbur's monocle, which does look like the other fingerprint, so I have my suspicions. Okay. But I think it's about time we found out about that whole valve crank business. Let's head outside. Oh, oh, there we go. We already knew this, but Rudy is not here eating it. Sorry. There we go. What's up, Beauregard? I see you. Alright. So we can finally find out what's in here. This head garden is very strange. In the center, you see a small fountain while a nearby statue overlooks it. Perhaps at one time this was someone's place of quiet contemplation. The statue of a dancing nymph overlooks the fountain. I'm guessing water nymph by those clues. 7 already. Metal valve handle is now attached to the valve stem at the base of the statue. Full valve? Oh no, turn valve. Upon turning the valve handle, you hear a click and the fountain comes to life. You need to find out how to turn on the fountain. You grab the statue and find it turns easily. As you turn it, you notice a hidden trapdoor in the ground opening simultaneously. So this was how Sarah could get away. Back before the war. Alright, well, let's head down. This is fine, right? Never mind. It's too dark. Can't see. Okay. Hey, light a match. Ouch, the match burned your fingers. Using a match, you carefully light the lantern. It glows brightly. Looks like an underground passage of some sort. Boy, it sure is dark down here. Sudden sound of scurrying rats causes your heart to begin beating wildly. That's something. It's not the place to be stumbling around in the dark. Also, there's apparently a T-Rex down here. Moving on. Looks like an underground passage of some sort. Dark. So we have a really different Laura bow here. I don't know why it reminds me of... It's probably because of the one nose pixel and the shape of the hair. It almost reminds me of Stoop Kid from Hey Arnold. If you know what the heck I'm talking about. It appears you've discovered... There's a T-Rex down there. There was a dinosaur skeleton underground somewhere. It appears you've discovered an old, sealed-off portion of the basement. You notice some outdated laundry paraphernalia in the form of a laundry chute, a wash tub, and a broken-down wringer. You can barely make out a pile of something underneath the chute. Slow this down so we get the full effect. Eek, a pile of dead bodies. Someone has cruelly dumped the bodies of Gertie, Wilbur, Gloria, Ethel, Fifi, Jeeves, and Clarence down the old laundry chute. Literally just throwing the bodies into the basement and hoping nobody notices, because it's a sealed-off portion of the basement. And this is everyone who's died so far. And also, yeah, the light also goes away if I walk away. It's fantastic. It gets such a good effect. Alright. With some effort, you're able to insert the crank into the hole of the small metal plate. It fits perfectly. Turn the crank. Slowly turn the crank. A secret panel opens to another passage. I'll put our speed back up. Bye, buddies. You've come upon some stairs leading upward. You wonder where they might lead. Who's still alive? At this point, the Colonel, Rudy, Laura, Lillian, that might be it. You've entered a cold, dark tomb. From moonlight shining in through a stained glass window, you can make out 4 vaults in the wall and a stone sarcophagus on the floor. Each vault has a nameplate above it. The tomb door is barred on this side. It could be. Could be Rudy. Could be the Colonel. Could be Lillian. It's not us. We've been busy. Enter the crowbar into a small opening between the vault door and the tomb wall. You then pull with all your might. With a loud crack, the door pops open. Vault is open. Trembling, you peer into the open vault. Yuck, there's a skeleton in there. Okay. Put it back. Be nice, we'll put it back. Can't go around that way. There's always the one you least suspect. again. Normally, you peer into the open vault. Ugh, there's an old wooden casket in there. Pick up again. Nope. Okay, well. Yep, there's a skeleton here too. And one more time. Once more with feeling. Nervously, you peek into the open vault and see a leather pouch. Move the leather pouch from the vault and take it with you. Let me close it. So this was Ruby Crouton. I think it was Sarah's mother, if I recall correctly. That's Mary Frances. I'd have to go find the Bible again. I can't remember exactly. Thomas S. I think was her father. This is Claude. All right. Also, let's look in the pouch. Look in the ouch. You open the leather pouch and peer inside. It's full of precious jewels. Carefully, you close it again so as not to lose it. We found the hidden treasure. Automatically? Yes, we do. I can't remember if we took the lantern or not. Alright. Up the speed a bit, just because now we're just walking across the screen again. Nah, it won't let it. Alright, fine. Okay. I wanted to see what happened. I went to one of these tunnels without the lantern. Can I go? Where's the... Oh, is it back? Oh, it's back here. Got it. Okay. I just wanted to see if I could enter one of these without the lantern lit. What would happen? Like, we get eaten by rats or something. Also, yep, there's the dinosaur I was talking about. Alright. Back to where we were. Close the door again. Just so no one else finds it. You know, at least no one can mess with anything any further. I guess Sally is still alive as well, now I think about it. We got the help. Definitely not someone I suspect, though. I like that Rudy's facing us. You go first. With Sammy in the back. What you doing here, girl? Something mighty terrible is happening. Evil spirits is all around us. I think we're gonna die before the night is over. That's a good idea here. Finally feeling pious, you kneel at the pulpit and pray. Also, we're not gonna try and find that Bible while she's here. It's always the butler? It's not the butler. The butler is dead. Butler is very dead. Oh. Wannabe is here. You have a visitor now, darling. Sit up straight now. Visitor is talking to us. Pay attention now. What? We don't want any visitors. No, we don't want anybody to know our secret. Our visitor will have to leave. Also, yes, 7 chalk marks on her chalkboard. A small chalkboard on the wall. Strange, there are 7 tally marks on it. Friend is too involved with those dolls to really notice you. Well, he's at least personifying the dolls. Seven tally marks. Might mean something, possibly. I don't remember where our room is. We are getting pretty close to the end here. Things to take care of. Our room, and we've advanced again. Okay. Place here. Eat a kid, this ain't none of your business. You hear me? If you know it's good for you, leave me alone right now. Okay, well, whatever it is he's searching for. Not finding it. Well, I appreciate you looking through my room, but fine. Trying to go into this door. Uh-oh. Bad feeling comes over you as you look around this room. Small desk chair has been knocked over and you see a fresh blood stain on the rug. I mean, except we already know Clarence is dead, but... Okay. Notice that just one page has been written on, and today's date, May 27th, 1925, heads it. Anna, hello! Welcome in! We're right at the end of the game, unfortunately, but welcome in. I will have this as a VOD. The reason that I'm recording this is actually just to have a VOD of it. Loving a setup. I love this setup. The first time I played this earlier in the last week, I want to say Tuesday, no game audio. I watched it back and it's completely silent except for me. So it's like, let's redo this so you can actually hear the sounds and the music. All right. The notebook says, terribly apprehensive about what's going on here. I can't say why, just call it a bad sensation, but as the evening wears on, I'm feeling more and more alone. Where's Wilbur? Where's Gertie? Where's Gloria? Could they have left without me? Is there a way to leave the island that I'm not aware of? Still, the spine-tingling feeling won't leave, and frankly, I'm scared. Yeah, this setup is from Nerd or Die. I've tweaked it a bit. I made a window that says Sierra.exe. I wish it looked a little better, just because the taskbar doesn't grow like it grew here. But yeah. Look. Okay. Trying to remember where I am. I am using a walkthrough just to get through this without missing things and try to get the best rating so y'all see everything. But yeah, I'll have a VOD up. I might start putting these on YouTube also. Read the note. It says, meet me in the hedge garden. Oh no, a sudden gust of wind blows away the note. Lokar doesn't look like he's in a good mood. This bark is kind of higher than I would have expected. Get that dog some food, please. He did get fed early. Early in the game, he did get fed. And we did also give him a bone. We'll call this uh-oh. So, resaving my old saves. Uh-oh. You still think the butler did the murders? Oh no, someone has shot Lillian to death in the hedge guard. Quite afraid now, you fear greatly for your own life. I'm literally standing next to her. Oh, nope. Ah, I managed to open my stream deck. First Lillian. With trembling hands, you examine Lillian's body and see the horrible gunshot wound, chest area. So, whoever took the Derringer shot Lillian. What's this? You suddenly find a skeleton key in a pocket of the old army cape. Is it maybe useful you take it with you? Also, apparently she has the Colonel's army cape and boots on. He was not wearing that before. There's a silver Derringer lying on the ground near Lillian's feet. As you stoop to pick up the Derringer, your eye happens to fall upon a bullet not far from Lillian's hand. Okay. This was before pathfinding was a thing in these games. And they would walking around. You know, if you tried to take a thing that you could clearly see. Oh. Also, the gun. Make sure the bullet's in the gun. You're scuffling upstairs. Before we deal with the scuffling, there's one more clue we can try to get. Once again, because 16 colors, watch Laura's shoes disappear into the carpet. Or the tile, rather. Yay, limited palettes. Yeah, this game was from 1989, by the way. This actually came out. I was 3. I didn't find out about this until I was an adult. Let's give her a last cracker. Parrot. Give her a cracker to the parrot. Gotta get the gun. Get the gun. Ah! Alright, so... whoever walked through here... looking for the gun. One more pit stop and then we will... the endings. Scuffling is actually further upstairs. Quiet, you. Someone had the doctor's bag, apparently. Who left the doctor's bag open on the floor? I'm touching it. Contents are a mess inside. It looks as if someone has hurriedly searched through it. Alright, so someone has probably taken something from the bag, but what that could be. Experiment here. Using a skeleton key, you unlock the attic door. Can't remember if it automatically... or it does, so we can just save. Okay. Oh no! Colonel Dijon and Rudy are in the midst of a fierce struggle. You see a hypodermic needle between them, and it's impossible to tell which of the two men is the aggressor. This is indeed a dangerous situation. What do we do if... What do we get for an ending if we don't do anything? Nope. Rudy wins. Ooh, that was close. I want you to know that I acted strictly in self-defense. That old coot lured me up here, and when I wasn't looking, he tried to stick me with a hypodermic needle from Dr. Field's bag. I hate to think what was in it, but it must have been awful bad. Look what it did to Uncle Henri. He tried to do to me what he did to the others. I found out that my uncle lured us all here so as he could kill us. He never had any intention of leaving his money to any of us at all. Vincent Price. He only wanted to get rid of us. He's been sneaking around here all night, and one by one he's been murdering everyone. He had us all fooled, let me tell you. He was in a lot better shape than we all thought. Well, it's a shame about everyone else, but at least you and I are still alive. I'm sure this night's been real traumatic for you. You can go on home in the morning, and I'll stay on here for a couple more days to tend to things. That's a little bit surprise, isn't it? If you will, I'd like you to contact the authorities in New Orleans and let them know what happened here tonight. The next morning. I wasn't sure what happened if... I can't remember what happened if we just let that fight happen. And later that day... I think this is us sailing on to New Orleans. Probably along the Mississippi. In a steamer. Not a steamer, a paddle boat. As you near the wharf at New Orleans, you consider last night's events. Was Rudy telling you the truth? Or is it all his story? Oh well, you'll probably never know. Best to forget it and go on with your life. Maybe the police will find the answers. Or Lillian. Or everybody. But that's the bad ending. We're not... The other way to get the bad ending is... Shoot the Colonel. He's dead. You shot and killed Colonel Dijon. Thanks, kid. You saved my life. Etc., etc. It's the... Oh, can I not? Alright. Gonna use Scum VM's load. Instead, I'm going to shoot and wound Rudy. And you can tell it's the good ending because we don't actually kill him. We have shot and wounded Rudy. How is he that backlit? He's not next to the window. Thank you, young lady, Laura. That was a mighty fine shooting for a gal. It was mighty fine shooting, period. I guess I owe you my life, don't I? Why, my nephew was trying to kill me with poison in one of Wilbur's hypodermic needles. Oh, it's terrible what's been happening here tonight. I invite everyone here to tell them about my will, and they end up killing each other over it. Truthfully, I was keeping my eye on everyone in the house tonight, or so I thought. I didn't see any of the murders. It wasn't until I met Rudy in my bedroom that he told me what had happened. I couldn't believe it. He told me that my niece Lillian had finally gone totally berserk and out of a crazy jealousy was killing everyone that she thought had gotten between her and me. So, yeah. Not the best portrayal, but... managed to just about murder everyone till she attacked Rudy with my Derringer. Rudy managed to wrestle the gun from her and in self-defense killed her instead. Was that guy a butler? No. My nephew, seeing as how everyone else was already dead, decided to finish the job by killing me with a hypodermic needle and say I died of a heart attack induced by the terrible deeds that my niece had done. I can't stand much more of this. Laura, please find Sally and tell her to fire one of the signal rockets that we use to summon help in emergencies. They have emergency flares. In the 20s, I guess. I somehow knew Rudy was run afoul of the law, or something like that. You've been a loyal servant to me for many years, Sally. Both Beauregard and Blaze trust you. I've decided to leave all my money to you, provided you take care of my animals for the rest of their lives. Of course, I can't think of nothing else I'd rather do. Thank you. I'm not reading that as it's written. Miss Bow, I know you found an old Civil War treasure on my estate. Since you so bravely saved my life, I'll let you keep every dime of it for yourself, as a reward. So yeah, the jewels, we get to keep the jewels. Thank you, Colonel Dijon. That's very kind of you. You know, Beauregard, people are funny creatures. They're greedy, they're rude, they're selfish. That's why we live way out here, to get away from them. But we couldn't get away from them completely, could we, boy? No, not completely. Everything will be okay now. So after all that, literally the one person still living on the island gets the money. Alright, how do we do on our sleuth-o-meter? Did I screw up by missing exactly one thing? No, we got it. Super Sleuth. And that's why we're following a walkthrough. Would you like to review our notes? Sure. I hate that you can't look at this until now. We can't, like, reference this stuff. It just shows up at the end. We befriended Selly. We took some food from Jeeves' room, Selly's cabin, in the kitchen. We took things off of Lillian, Clarence, and Wilbur. We found basically everybody murdered. Lillian, Ethel, Gertie, Gloria, Clarence, Wilbur, Jeeves, Fifi. There were secret entrances all over the place. Dining room, the hallways, the billiard room, the hedge garden, in the basement, the library, the parlor, Clarence and Rudy's room, Gertie and Gloria's room, my own room, the Colonel's room. Secrets everywhere. Is this Cluedo? Kinda. It's more... I think it's more heavily inspired by... And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, I think is the main inspiration. Oh, I did use a diary more than once, I guess. We did take Lillian's diary from her suitcase. You have the Pass of Jewels still. You did find a Bible. All the things we had to closely examine with the monocle, like several boot prints, sleeping powder, handkerchief, rolling pin, the poker, the record. We found a fingerprint on the glass, which was Lillian's, the decanter, the diary, and the cigar. We found out that Ruby, Clarence, and Wilbur all had gambling habits because they were all betting on the racehorses. It was Lillian all over the place with everything until Lillian herself died, basically. Clarence and Wilbur embezzled funds from the Colonel to pay for the racehorse that then broke its leg. Dijon and Clarence both had the cigar smell, and Lillian and Fifi both had cologne, or perfume rather. I was going to say cologne. Ethel refused to sell her land to Clarence. Dijon and Jeeves were both romantically involved with Fifi. Clarence and Gloria were dating until Gloria broke it off. But then she died, because everyone dies. Gloria ended the affair. At least attempted to. Also had some sort of embarrassing medical history. This is literally brought up one time and never again. It was so weird. So weird that they had a whole thing of like, yeah, I can't let anybody know about this medical problem, and then we never hear about it again. The Derringer changed places as it got taken. The dagger wound up in Clarence. The cognac ended up in Fifi's room, and the doctor's bag made it one room away. Most bodies ended up in the basement. If you looked closely at them, he struggled with Rudy, and Colonel Dijon struggled with Rudy, and Clarence fought with Rudy. Rudy fought everybody. Dijon had the surprising secret that he wasn't as weak as we thought he was. Sorry. Try that again. We found out that Dijon is not as weak as we thought he was. Also, Dijon and Lillian were using the secret passages. I still suspect Rudy knew about them. We just don't have any proof, because it seemed like any time he left the screen, he looked right at the painting. Lillian murdered the most people. Our first time in the attic was 9:45, because again, the time played a major factor. I don't know why that's even a note, really, and there's also the last note. So we'll close our notebook, and congratulations, you have attained the highest possible sleuth rating. The curtain will now fall. We hope you've enjoyed your performance. And that will do it for the Colonel's Bequest.